Hi, I'm Ray and welcome to the gardening channel. Today we're down the allotment and we're going to do a couple of hours work and we're going to go into the polytunnel. But first things first, got to start the fire off and get the copper on. Lovely. Right, so it's time to put the kettle on and we've got some brew. Get some warmed up here. There we go. So today I'm going to tackle the polytunnel. It's been around 2 weeks since I last came and looked at the polytunnel, and when I found out everything was eaten, I was so annoyed, and it's really put me off coming back and having a look in here. But anyway, I've tried to catch the critter on my camera. I've got a wildlife camera here and I've been trying to catch the critter to see what exactly he's been doing. So it's been face down at the trough and hopefully have some footage. So I'll show you some footage that I've got. So if you saw my previous video, you'll see that all my broccolis and all the cauliflowers have been eaten, but we have got a few more broad beans and these are coming on really good now. So I'm not quite sure whether to risk putting more things in because I'm pretty sure the critters are still around. But one thing one of the comments said is that they don't like disturbance. So today I'm going to make some disturbance and move things around. So let's get this coffee on the go. It's 2 degrees outside and it's been awfully wet. The paths are all terribly wet. I bought these today, Kenko 2-in-1 white coffee. So we'll give this a go. But what I'm really worried about is this purple trough, this purple container. I think this is where the rats or the critters are coming from, and it's worrying me moving them. You can see there's holes all the way around and there's a hole just down here. A bit weedy, but these are the onions from Asda. And I know they're weedy, but they've been doing alright. The first lot I put in first, and then I put this other lot in the front here. I know it needs a weed, but this is what I'm coming out to do today. Give it a good old tidy. But as we can see, look, there's a hole here, and there's a hole here. But I'm really concerned about something popping out. I don't mind critters being in here, I just don't want to see them. Just don't want to see them. It's kind of really put me off wanting to come down here and do this. Such a simple little task, but just something little silly like that has put me off coming down. And I know after I've done this, I'm going to feel so much better and happier that it's done. But sometimes you just got to get on and do it. These are looking alright, and as I say, I'm going to disturb some of these holes and fill them in, and then I can see when there's more disturbance again. I've done a few preventive measures to see if we can stop the critters coming in here, but I look at my camera tonight and I see, well, I know there isn't. I know they've been today. They've been last night because I put down some baked potatoes and they've gone. So I know that they're still here. So this here was the Asda Autumn Durham Early cabbage, and this has been, well, it's just been well eaten. So this is going to leave, don't know if to leave it in or not. Is it actually going to do anything now? It just literally stalks. I don't think it's even worth keeping them in, is it? Let's just clean this area up. And see what happens, see what we got. Just be happier. There's really not much. But just everything's just been so much eaten. No, everything. Well, at least it's having a spring clean. Is it really worth keeping? They're not going to do anything, are they? It's a shame. They're doing really good. Good roots. But we can start again with something else. I'm going to disturb all the area as the comment suggested, and go from there. I'm going to take out all the food. Take them all out. It's a shame. They were doing really good, right? Well, that's the Asda Durham. So one thing I want to do is remove this. This had my parsnips in for Christmas and they did really well. But I want to remove it anyway. It was going to be removed in the plan, but all the troughs and holes, it's just not good. So I'm going to remove it. But I'm really scared It's stupid. Grown man, 50 years old, on an allotment, and he's afraid to move a plastic barrel of what's going to jump out. So let's do it. I'm going to do it with you, and if we see something, I'm likely to run a mile. So let's go. 1, 2, 3. Wow, there we go. That's our hole. So we can see all the digging around that's been going on, the sand that's been pulled out, and even carrier bags that's been taken down the holes. I don't know why. Been wanting carrier bags. That is part of my parsnip. So I'm going to fill this in and see what happens. So I picked this up from Gumtree and came with a spade handle. I really thought it had a longer handle on it when I bought it, but I wanted to give Wolfgarten a go. Does anyone else use Wolfgarten? But I really wanted this tool. It looks really good. You can just cut and slice weeds. Well, anyway, I'm just gonna remove. I don't want to be touching it with my hands. So I'm just going to ruffle this all up. Disturb. So thank you for all the comments that people left about the tunnel. So there we go. Disturbed his little hole. We've got to treat this bed soon anyway. So give it a go over. And these are Sutton. These are the ones that were done about October, November. And yes, they did get eaten. And another comment mentioned just to give them a cut and remove the tops and they should grow. So I'm going through now, just cutting the tops off some of these and see what happens if they grow. They're still growing even though they're been detached. So I'm going to string some of these up. This one here has already sent out a new runner. They call them a runner. So this is just going to get a weed and we're going to sort out the broad beans. We do have a new batch of broad beans, and these are ones for, they were going to be for outside, but we might still keep them for outside and just keep these going on in here. There's still a few in here that might still go. They are flowering now, so we'll give it a go. Don't give up just yet. So I'm just going to put in a few more canes in this section, and then I'm going to hold the board beams up using the cable, the tomato ties, and they can just sit growing upwards instead of growing down. So there's another one here. They are growing, but they've been growing all over the place. So now they've got a chance to actually grow upwards instead of across the floor. So I think one more at the back. And this one. And we can use another clip. And we can stand these upright. If we look closely, you can see the board beans are flowering, so that's good. We'll give it a bit more of a chance. We'll give it a weed underneath. So here we have all the board beans all stood up on end, and a bit of a weed, bit of a tidy. Well, I'm sure they're going to benefit from that. So this next row here was the broccoli, but that's all been munched. I was going to leave it in there, but it doesn't even look like there's much chance. It's a good opportunity just to start afresh. So it's all coming out. It's a shame, not even any new buds growing or anything, so it's completely killed off. So just going to get rid of all the broccoli, and we'll start again, something different. It's a shame, just completely stripped. In this line here, we should have some carrots. I think there's a few carrots in here, but there's also a few weeds too. It's hard to distinguish the carrots. I don't want to be putting out too much in case I disturb the carrots. It's hard once you get started involved. So those who just pick up the base of the root and they will come out. Hopefully we can see our line of carrots in there. Some carrots here. Quick look on this side, and we can see the garlics. This is the garlic. This is raised garlic, which my daughter planted. And some of these here, the daughter's never even planted in the ground, and they've still sprouted, not even in the soil. But they've still grown. This one here, look, not even in the ground. The garlic doesn't like weeds, so I'm going to try and get most of these out. And the next row's over, are the onions, and those were snowball, and they're doing okay. So really pleased, got a few jobs done, haven't got much more time this morning. Daughter's cooking roast dinner today, so we'll go over there later and enjoy the roasty. Looking better, just a few minutes work. So this is the snowball onions, and we're giving them just a quick weed. But they're doing okay. I'm not going to do too much, I've got to go. So just going to show you the chilies. So the chilies are all done now, and I could overwinter these if they got quite hard, but I'm not going to, as this is going to be my growing spaces for next year, or this year. So these are coming out, but they did okay. So it's giving us some more space. And this side will probably be tomatoes this year. So we've had a nice couple of hours. We've had a good tidy up. And quite pleased. Still more to do, but hey, so some potting up needs to be done soon, and we need to do something with our sweet peas and the spinach. We've got our new sowings over here, and the cauliflowers are still doing okay. We've seen the board beans, and yeah, everything is doing good. Also, Craig onions are just starting to appear. Just literally trying to come out now, if you can see that. So that's good. So very pleased. So that's my day. We've tidied up the onions. We've covered over the tracks for the critters. We've tidied up some of the garlic and the onions. We've sorted out the board beans at the back. We've took out the broccoli. We've took some salad leaves home, and we've took away the chilies and the peppers, and we're left with the overwintering ones. So all in all, a good couple of hours on the allotment plot, and it's still around 2 degrees, so that's it. So one more cup of tea before we get home. We've just given some of the plants a quick water. But now it's time to go to work and then go and have our Sunday lunch. So look forward to that. Good job. So we'll see if the critters return. And now at least I can see if there's any new holes. All the holes have been covered up. And we'll see what happens. So, brought down my axe. chop up a bit of wood for the fire. So thank you for watching. And if you're new to my channel, then please subscribe, ring that bell, get notifications when I post some more videos, and we'll see if our critters return in the Polytunnel. So thank you very much. Cheers for now.